Here's my to-do list, and I'm going to set up a time block situation for this particular day. This video shares my progress. It shares some of the flaws with time blocking and what to do when the plan doesn't go how you think it will. And I'm going to spoil this. It doesn't go how I think it's going to go at all. So the main idea is I have a game plan, but I know it's going to change. The estimates of how long this is going to take are probably off for a lot of those little pieces. I might get hungry and I might want to eat a little bit more before I go to the gym, and that would change things up a little bit. I put an hour down for the walk with Georgie, but it might not be a full hour. So this is a little bit aggressive. I put some of the sort of quicker tasks that I have already identified, like what flight I'm going to take, and I kind of know what microphone I'm going to get for Kristen and send it to her. So those should be pretty quick, but sometimes things take longer than I expect. So we've created this time block plan, but I know it's going to change, and then I could just update it on here later on. And honestly, some of these things have been on my list for a couple of days and I haven't done it yet. So if I don't get around to it, then I just move it forward, which depending on what it is, eventually you have to do it. Like some of the things like sending Kristen a microphone, it might get there pretty fast, but I still need to send it and get it over to her before the end of this week. And today is Wednesday. So I just need to make sure it gets it there in time. So this is the game plan. It's actually 9:33 right now. And the first thing I got to do is start it at 9:30. So I'm going to get moving through it, and I'll check in periodically throughout the day. Funny enough, I got off to a very bad start right away. So basically the flight that I was looking at changed and I needed to find a different one. So I ended up looking at a Delta flight. I don't fly Delta too often anymore, and I couldn't find my frequent flyer account or whatever, Sky Miles. So I had to create a new one of those, and then I'm behind. So now it's been about an hour. It's about 10:30, and I got a couple things done. I did send an email. I found a microphone that should work. Another thing came up. Two things didn't work out, the flight and then also the microphone that I was going to order. It won't be able to be shipped in time. It's like on huge discount because it's like a Prime Day or something like that. So instead of like $80, the microphone's like $30, but then it ships much later. It'll be like weeks. It'll be like 3 fucking weeks before it arrives. So I'll have to get a different microphone to send to my friend so she could record a podcast with me. So anyway, everything's kind of going off the rails, and now Georgie really wants to play. She's been poking me and saying, hey, I really need to play. So I'm going to go out there and throw the Frisbee with her for a few minutes. Okay, so off the rails a little bit more. I decided not to go and get coffee, which that's fine. I had enough caffeine earlier today. I'll probably have an energy drink, but my dad also called. So I chatted with him for a little while and I shuffled things around. I actually left the notebook downstairs, but things are gonna be okay. I'm gonna walk Georgie right now. That'll be a nice little break. And then I'll sort of reassess and decide if I wanna go to the gym when I get back from walking Georgie, or do a few minutes more work, which I might do. There might be like 1 or 2 things that'll just take like 10 minutes for me to do, and then I can head to the gym after that. So you got to adapt. You create the plan, and then very quickly, it all went off the rails. But that's okay. Like, I'm not spiraling out of control. Things just took longer than what I estimated, and that's the thing. they pretty much always take longer than you estimate. So I'm gonna go walk Georgie now. Should be pretty fun. And then it's a nice break. It's a nice break to do that anyway. I want to give a quick plug for MindLab Pro. They sent me a sample and I have been using it. It's a nootropic and it has a lot of the, vitamins I would expect, as well as a couple of those brain drugs that kind of get you going. There's no caffeine though, which is cool because I like to get caffeine from other sources like my coffee or the occasional energy drink with no sugar. But MindLab Pro is awesome. It doesn't give me any jitters. It keeps me focused for several hours, and I'm an affiliate, so you can check it out, the link in the description. And they actually have a good affiliate program if you wanted to promote it as well. So with that said, I'm going to send it back to the video and definitely check out MindLab Pro. All right, I just got back from the walk, which was fine and pleasant. I'm going to have some food, a little snack, and then I think I'll do about 15 or 20 minutes of work and hit some of those easier items and then see where I'm at. So definitely didn't get as much done as I was thinking in the morning, but as I mentioned, things kind of go off the rails. I do want to go to the gym before it gets too late in the afternoon while I have good energy and all that stuff. And it tends to get a little crowded, like after the after school crowd and all that stuff. So have some food, work for just a few minutes, and then head over to the gym after that. All right, I'm back down at my desk and good workout at the gym. I took a little break and hung out with Georgie in the backyard for a few minutes. And I think I made pretty good progress with the list here. I do have a couple things that, again, popped up and some things that dropped off, but I actually made a lot more progress than I would have otherwise. So let me show you what I updated on here. So when things change, and they always do change, all you need to do is draw a line here, and then you can move things over as stuff gets moved around. You could just draw arrows, or I move them over here. So I actually ordered Kristen's mic and got that sent and let her know it was on the way. I haven't done Olga's outline yet. And currently right now, I think it's about 4. So Jordan's book, I won't be able to look at that yet. I will be able to get back to Chris. I think I just have a couple quick comments for him. And I ended up going to the gym between, I don't know, it was like 1:30 to about 3:30, something like that, 3. And Georgie has come to join me. She really likes a lot of attention, which is one of the reasons why I keep going downstairs or going outside in the backyard there. She really needs a lot of attention. So she'll come up and just poke my elbow. We'll try to simulate. All right. But overall, the point is things changed, and one great thing being self-employed, like I'm able to just move things around, and some of the stuff like Jordan's book, it's sort of a longer term thing. When I actually have a deadline to read the book, I will probably sit down and I'll be able to read it in just a couple days. But currently, I don't have a deadline. I don't have an interview scheduled with him yet, so it's no big deal. So I'll be able to get back to Chris. One other thing popped up, and that is we're going to watch David Spade do a stand-up in a couple days here, and we need to get a hotel so we can just stay downtown. So I was like, I need to check on that. And that's the thing. Something always pops up. Something different pops up all the time. So if you make your schedule like I did, like this morning, I built in some slack. I estimated things a little bit longer than I thought they would be. And I still ran into issues because things pop up. So if you stack your schedule like really full every day with optimistic time frames, you're going to be like disappointed. So what I'll do is see whatever I have left over at the end of the day here, and then I can just note the smaller list of things, and it really it sort of forces you, as I see, like, oh, I only have whatever 10 minutes left in this time block. I really need to work on this thing, and I can't mess around too much. Like, while I was doing something, I needed to send an email, so I opened my email and I started to get distracted, but then I realized, hey, I need to send this email. I don't need to do anything else. Get back on task. So that's one thing. Like, when you know you have a little deadline, it sort of forces you to stay on task. So overall, successful. I actually got more done than I would have if I didn't make the list and do this little exercise, even though I am actually recording this. Like, recording takes a little bit longer and I have to think about what I'm going to say before I start recording. In this case, I actually got more done because I did record it and I made the list. I mean, you got the time block. It really does make a difference. So if you have any comments, let me know, leave a comment, and you could ask a question, give suggestions, or if you found something to be helpful, let me know what it is.